Hey, it's another episode of Unbreakable Spirits, and today is Tuesday, August the 1st. Happy August. Couple things today. Uh, heard about Pee-wee Herman, who passed away yesterday. Um, Paul Rubens, his real name is Paul Rubens. And, you know, I, I thought he was funny, but I was never a really big fan of his. But I gotta say, after reading all the memorials and tributes to this guy. Well, first of all, he died from cancer and he was battling cancer for 6 years and had kept it secret from the media, from his fans, and some of his friends didn't even know. I mean, he kept it very private. And, you know, apparently he was sick a long time and it was a brave, brave battle. So got to give him credit there. And despite what you think about Paul Rubens and his character of Pee Wee Herman, and I know he's had legal problems in the past too, but regardless, um, I was really touched by a lot of the tributes. And almost every person that had something to say about Paul Rubens mentioned how kind he was. What a generous guy, what a nice guy, funny, uh, silly. They use the word silly a lot, but everybody mentioned how nice this guy was, how kind he was, how he remembered everyone's birthday, his friends. He would send them texts like all day long on their birthdays with all kinds of birthday greetings. And it's a real friend, someone who thinks about you and doesn't forget you. And is and what a way to leave the earth. Uh, I would love for people to remember me that way. That I was kind to everyone and that I was a nice guy. Um, so rest in peace, Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman. A couple of crazy stuff today. One is the second story is a little bit crazier than this one. This is just an interesting one. This comes from Portugal. And the Pope Francis, who I think is a pretty cool guy, he is going to Portugal tomorrow. And he's going to be there for World Youth Day. Although the celebration over there goes from August the 1st today to August the 6th. It's a whole week long celebration, and all young people from all around the world are gathering there. They do this every year, and a different location every year. And this year they're doing it in Lisbon, Portugal. And so the Pope's going over there to join the celebration. Well, there's this little bakery in the center of Lisbon. And to celebrate the Pope's arrival, they have started making Pope cookies. Yes, you heard it right. Pope cookies. Um, they're sugar cookies sprinkled with sprinkles, and they're supposedly really good. And they have the likeness of Pope Francis, his face on the cookie. So, they make about they're big cookies too. I've seen the pictures. They're huge. They're almost like what would you call these big cookies that you get? Fathead cookies, or I don't know. But anyway, huge cookies, and and they make 120 a day, and they've been selling out. People want a Pope cookie. They take a bite. However you start, you can like you could just snack on the Pope, and they cost $2, the equivalent euros of Portugal, but equivalent in U.S. dollars $2 43 cents a cookie. And apparently they're a big hit. So the shop where they're making these cookies had put out the word that, hey, you know what? We're open to if the Pope is coming to Lisbon and he's hungry and he's apparently going to be staying close to this bakery. And they said, hey, if you want to stop in, have a cookie, you could take it with you, or you could eat it right here. You could eat your cookie right here with us. And you please come on in and you're welcome to. Not that the Pope had anything better to do when he's in Portugal, but the invitation is nice. Now they have not said whether milk is included with the cookie. I would think it's the Pope. Uh, this shop should be open enough to include milk with the Pope's cookies. So let's see. Let's see if the Pope says during his activities there during World Youth Day, I'm hungry. I've heard about this cookie that looks like me. Let's go and get one. And me personally, I love cookies. I mean, it could do no wrong. I doubt if anybody will have a cookie in my face. Of course, I'm not the Pope, so why would they? But you know, if somebody ever did a cookie of me, mm, well, I love chocolate chip cookies. I sometimes I stray, just like you do in this conversation, and I get oatmeal raisin or peanut butter or sugar cookies or whatever. But in the end, I always come back to chocolate chip. So mine would have to be, if they asked me, uh, Greg, what kind of cookie would you want your face to be? I would say chocolate chip, chocolate chip cookies, and each chip could be dotted around my face. But maybe not. Maybe that would make it look like I had zits. Anyway, so good luck to the Pope in Portugal. God bless him. And now this is another food related story that I have. This is another weird one. Remember, I was talking of last week. One of my weirdest stories ever since I've been doing the show was about the guy who wanted to be dressed up like a dog, and he spent $20,000 on the costume, and he really wanted to be a dog. I mean, he wanted the surgery and everything to be a dog, but they said, well, no can do, and so he has to be satisfied right now with wearing the dog outfit and getting down on all fours and sniffing other dogs that way. Anyway, that story was on the news yesterday, but don't forget who brought it to you first. Well, this is another similar story. It's kind of weird. This one's out of Japan, of course. Everything weird is out of Japan. First it was Godzilla, now this. Apparently, there's a young office worker. He's only 26. I'm going to try to pronounce his name, but these Japanese names are a little bit tough. Takekumo Yomokado. It's like that old stick song. Anyway, Tobikoto Yumakata, or whatever, is an office worker in Tokyo. And he likes to go out for lunch like everybody does. And he's been finding this little restaurant, cafe, well, a cafe, in the heart of Tokyo. And because it's got a very different cuisine, different than your normal fare around lunchtime in Japan. And this cuisine Well, let me tell you what he had for lunch the other day when they interviewed this guy. He had, um, if I can read my own right. Oh, grasshopper basted with soy sauce. Mm, mm. Uh, and he had, well, let me tell you about this. I'm all confused. This cafe is called the Toconato Cafe, and it's not Italian cuisine. It's not Mexican cuisine. It's not even American cuisine. It is insect cuisine. You heard me right. Insects. They have about 60 different. That's the microphone wants to attack me. This about 60 different varieties of insects on the menu. Uh, and that's apparently the newest big thing in Japan is insects. Yeah, and now here's what they say. Uh, by the year 2050, which is my math is, I was never good at math, 27 years from now. God knows if I'll still be around. I hope so. I might be, you know, 27 years from now, I might be catching up to guys like, Tony Bennett just passed away, and he was in his mid 90s, and why not? Um, by the year 2050, the experts feel that the world's population will grow to 9.7 billion people, billion with a B. Uh, and they're afraid. They're afraid we're going to run out of food. We're going to run out of fish, especially because, global warming again, the atmosphere, we're not helping ourselves with the air quality and the water. Uh, so they're looking for other sources of protein. And they feel that insects is the way to go. 60 types of insect, or yes, insects on the menu. Uh, everything from cockroaches to crispy fried ants. Grasshoppers are a very popular fare for lunchtime there. Oh, here's what I was looking for. So this is what this Takayumo Yokohama guy had for lunch the other day in the Cafe La Insect. Cricket curry. Mm. That might be a little too spicy for me. Silkworm, shamu, silkworm shamu, and water bug cider. Now, apparently, here's what they do. They get the extracts of the water bug, which I really don't want to know what that is. And they make juice out of it. And I hope you're not eating breakfast or lunch while you're watching today. And they top it off, sort of like the cherry on top kind of Sunday thing. They put a water bug right on top of the concoction, right on top of the drink, and you get to enjoy that too. So that's what this guy had for lunch the other day, and apparently it's the rave of all of Tokyo. Well, here's the thing. I don't care if they're giving it away for free. I don't think I want it. Uh, I just I don't want it. They're talking here. Beatles. The only Beatles I like are the musical Beatles. Ants, cockroaches, termites, whatever you want. Now, what they have there at this particular cafe, just like, when you go into a seafood restaurant and you see the lobsters swimming around the tanks, this always makes me feel bad. I go in there and I see the lobsters, and I know a lot of these guys aren't going to be with us very long. and that makes me sad. I want to release them all to the to the to nature, and but no. So they have all these little bugs in these terrariums scurrying around, running around or wiggling, and it's the same thing. They use these little creatures for your lunch. You go in and you say, "Well, I just have a hankering for crispy fried cockroaches." I just do. I know it's bad for me. Talk about fast food, but especially fast if it's really scurrying around the terrarium. Um, but I really feel I really have this urge for cockroaches today. Well, the thing of it is that they will actually go in and scoop up some cockroaches with a, I'm just making this part up, with a little shovel or something, and there's your cockroaches. So you get to eat them right there. This Yakamoko guy says what he's done since he's discovered the cuisine and the cafe. He will take some home with him, powdered insects, and he will. It could be any insects really. They just powder them up there, uh, and you take them home and you put them in your lunch bag, your brown. If you brown bag, you get to work or school. Put them in there and take them with you for lunch. So in case you don't have time to go to this cafe. Now, when I was a kid, I may be an old guy. There's no two ways about it. I am. But I used to take tasty cakes, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, uh, maybe pretzels. Those were the kind of things I would take to school with me. Uh, I would never take powdered powdered termites or something. I don't know. It's just really disgusting what's going on. But again, this is the wave of the future. I hope it's not my future, but apparently this is the wave of the future. What's going to be happening down the road. So you know what? Let's save the planet, you and I. Make sure we still have clean water and plenty of fish, and so we don't have to eat friggin' bugs. I would say the only thing I might partake of is dessert. I bet you their shoe fly pie is really good. Get it? Anyway, well, that's enough of me today. I just hope you guys out there aren't eating breakfast right now. A late breakfast or brunch or whatever you do. Um, so anyway, you guys have a nice day, and I'll come back tomorrow with more of this stuff. In the meantime, hit subscribe, hit like, whatever's good. I don't know what's good. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dogs. Watch the program, okay? Why? I don't know. But it's just to give you a smile every day. And, maybe we could learn something together. Who knows? And so have a good Tuesday, everybody. August the 1st. This is apparently what they're saying, the dog days of summer. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow about that. Let's talk about the dog days of summer. And yeah, 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 that's a good idea. Okay. You guys have a great day. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye bye.